From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Developing right now, a utility worker shoots and kills a family's dog right in the front yard. Now police are investigating.
But we'll begin with breaking news coming from downtown Detroit. The man charged with beating a pregnant mother to death won't be going to trial as the judge drops the charges against him.
Willie Wilborn is accused of beating LaDiamond Myers to death inside of this home on Detroit's west side last month.
But a judge says there is not enough evidence to go to trial in the pregnant mother's murder. Sean Lay was in the courtroom when that decision came down. Sean.
Devin, make no mistake, this is a loss for the victim's family. It is a big loss for Wayne County prosecutors. They came to this trial, I should say this hearing today, banking on the testimony of the victim's 5-year-old son. He was not fit to take the witness stand. Prosecutors offered no physical evidence, so the judge says he only had one decision here, and that was to dismiss the entire case.
No other choice.
Killed my niece. He killed me, Your Honor. Oh my God.
Emotions boiling over just moments ago inside this courtroom. Judge Kenneth King says there is not enough evidence to bind over Willie Wilborn for trial in one of the most horrific murder cases in recent memory.
There is insufficient evidence to bind over on a first-degree murder.
LaDiamond Myers' body found naked in one room, 4 of her kids left in another room in late June in a vacant home on Braylon, Detroit. What's clear, Myers was murdered in the most brutal of ways.
There were over 112 different healing injuries on her body.
Family members couldn't bear hearing such awful details that Myers was beat with fists, a cord, and a broomstick. And the only witnesses to the killing, 4 children, ages 5, 4, 3, and 1. Wilborn is the father of 2 of those children. Prior to the murder, Myers' mother says that he was going to kill himself.
He said he was going to commit suicide and that I could have my family back.
Wilborn later ran to a friend's house to take a shower. In the end, a crushing decision for Myers' family. The judge says the prosecution didn't bring nearly enough evidence. Bottom line here, Willie Wilborn could walk out of the jail here behind me at any time this evening while prosecutors work on reissuing the warrant in the case. That will give them more time to work with police to gather more evidence that they need. Devin, Sandra, back to you.
Well, Sean, what about DNA evidence in this case?
That's the key question, and I was asking the same thing. None presented today. I'm told that plenty, this was such a brutal homicide, plenty has been collected but simply still at the lab, not ready for presentation. In fact, prosecutors may have been holding it for the trial, and now that looks like that could be a big mistake.
Yeah. All right, Sean.
Now to a story developing right now. A Livonia man says a utility worker shot and killed his dog this morning, and now tonight police are investigating.
Happened right around 9 o'clock this morning on Angling Street, which is near 8 Mile.
Let's get out to Jermont Terry. He just talked to the dog's owner. And Jermont, what is he saying about all this?
Well, Sandra, I'm told by the owner of the dog that the dog was sitting in this yard where she always sits when all of a sudden a utility worker was on the other side of this fence. That worker decided to come into this yard, and the moment that he did so, the dog started to bark. Now, the homeowner says as soon as that dog started to bark, the next thing he noticed or heard was a gunshot.
It's terrible. Should never happen.
Emotions are still raw for the family who loved Katie, the 4-year-old Dutch-German Shepherd mix.
I'm just upset, hurt, because if he would have missed that dog, that shell and that gun, the direction it was in my aim, it could have been me. And that's the thing that I'm so upset about.
Just as Douglas Iben stepped foot outside his front door, Katie started to bark.
When I heard a pop, seen the dog laying down on the ground.
That pop was a single gunshot from a Corbin Energy utility worker. He was doing some work next door on the other side of this fence.
Why are you crossing through yards? You're supposed to be using front entrances.
That worker crossed into Iben's front yard by cutting through the fence. When he did so, he was met by Katie. But little did the worker know the dog wore this collar.
She even knows the boundary of where to go. She won't cross that line no matter where if she has a sign or not.
This yard is protected by an invisible fence which allowed Katie to roam freely within limits. When asked why he shot the dog, they were told the worker feared for his safety. But the Iben family can understand why this utility worker, one, carried a gun on the job, and secondly, fired so quickly.
She was doing her job, protecting our yard, our property. I mean, that's what she was here for.
Now, I should point out that Livonia police were called here, but the question that we're trying to get answers to tonight, exactly what are the procedures for this worker? Is he allowed to carry a gun while he's on the job, going from yard to yard up on the utility pole? The company in question did get back to us, but in their statement, they did not answer the protocol as to how things should go. They did point out that they're working with Livonia police, and right now, they don't believe anything illegal happened here. It's an open investigation. For now, reporting live in Livonia, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Jermont. This story, we should point out, came to us in a tip from a viewer just like you. If you have something you think we should check out, reach out to us. You can send us an email to news@wdiv.com or just go to clickondetroit.com/contact.
We have breaking news that's just come in. President Trump has just announced that he is replacing his White House chief of staff. President announcing on Twitter just a few minutes ago he is replacing Reince Priebus with the Homeland Security Secretary, General John Kelly. It comes just a day after Priebus was heavily criticized by the new White House Communications Director, Anthony Scaramucci, in his interview with the New Yorker magazine. It also comes after Republicans were dealt a stunning defeat on health care. Blaine Alexander has that part of the story from Washington. Blaine?
Well, Devin, on health care, that third no vote came from Senator John McCain, who later told reporters simply, "I thought it was the right vote." For Republicans' health care plan, the death blow came just before 1:30 a.m. In a single dramatic gesture, the Senate maverick, John McCain, joining two other Republicans, Senators Collins and Murkowski, in voting against the GOP's best effort at ending Obamacare, crushing what would have been President Trump's first major legislative victory. The president publicly expressing confidence today.
You know, I said from the beginning, let Obamacare implode and then do it. I turned out to be right.
But venting his frustration on Twitter, some Republicans say the president let them all down.
The president never really laid out core principles and didn't sell them.
President Trump losing that fight on Capitol Hill as another battle rages inside his White House. The conflict between his newly hired communications director, Anthony Scaramucci, and Chief of Staff Reince Priebus, now front page news after Scaramucci's profanity-laden tirade against Priebus and senior advisor Steve Bannon.
What's going on in the White House really is shameful.
Chaos at home amid escalating conflict abroad. North Korea launching another ballistic missile test, the second this month, landing in Japan's territorial waters. This week, Congress overwhelmingly approved sanctions against that rogue nation, along with Iran and Russia, now sent to the president's desk for signature. And today, a South Korean military official said that it's clear that that firing range has made progress since the last test missile. In Washington, Blaine Alexander, Local 4.
All right, Blaine, after casting last night's deciding vote, Senator McCain returned to Arizona, where his office says he will undergo treatment now following his recent brain cancer diagnosis. On the international scene, British baby Charlie Gard, who was at the center of that legal battle that has captured the attention of the entire world, has died today. Charlie's parents had been fighting for the right to take him to the U.S. for an experimental therapy that they believe might prolong his life. Well, on Monday, they gave up their right to take Charlie to the U.S. after new brain and muscle scans revealed their son had deteriorated and was less likely to benefit from any procedures. A judge ruled yesterday that Charlie should be taken off life support, and that happened earlier. He died a week before what would have been his first birthday.
Also tonight, the Michigan Supreme Court has ordered Oakland County Judge Lisa Gorsuch not be suspended.
Yeah, they say instead she should be publicly censured for misconduct. The Judicial Tenure Commission ruled in July of 2016 that Gorsuch abused her power in a decision to hold 3 siblings in contempt of court as they refused to have lunch with their father amid their parents' rather volatile divorce. They recommended suspension. However, the Supreme Court decided not to suspend Gorsuch, instead only to issue a public condemnation.
Andrew is in for Ben tonight on this Friday, and it looks like it's shaping up to be a pretty nice weekend around here.
We got sunshine coming back, Sandra, after clouds today. Not much in the way of raindrops, but warmer weather comes back as well. Out there right now, we're looking at temperatures in the 70s with the cloud cover and a couple of showers that have popped up. Thunderstorm activity well off to our south and east right now over western Lake Erie, also over southern Canada. While here in Detroit, we are much drier than a couple of minutes ago, actually a couple of hours ago. You can see that we might have a few sprinkles still hanging around here in downtown Detroit. We did have a light shower that popped up around 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon, but has since faded away. And with all the cloud cover, temperatures, no, not in the 80s, but instead in the 70s. But with some breaks in the clouds, temperatures have rebounded a bit. When you joined us at 4 o'clock for Local 4 News, first at 4, it was 75 degrees. We've gone up 2 degrees, up to 77. 79 right now for our friends over in Ann Arbor. We stay in the 70s this afternoon, maybe a few more sprinkles here and there, but drier after 8 p.m. We'll talk more about the weekend, sunshine, higher temperatures in minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. A 9-year-old bitten by a dog in Sterling Heights.
Happened Thursday in the area of 15 Mile and Van Dyke. The child's parents called police saying their daughter had been attacked by a dog. Police said the girl was riding her bike when she came across a neighbor who was walking her pit bull lab mix. The neighbor asked the girl to back away. She complied, but the dog then bit her on the thigh. Her current condition unknown, and the investigation goes on. We're just getting started on another busy news day here at 5.
It is a busy day indeed. So much more ahead in this next hour, including bad news for beachgoers heading into what's expected to be a beautiful weekend. And back to school savings. Help Me Hank is in with some money saving secrets when it comes to buying technology.
And he was left with no choice but to jump. Brand new information into what caused a house to go up in flames, forcing a man to jump from the second story. Jason?
A work zone accident that killed a member of the Wayne County Road Commission. Coming up, you'll hear the case against his co-worker.
This summer. New at 6.
A crowbar crew popping doors all over Warren this morning, having a heyday.
Dread. It was just a dreadful feeling.
I will show you video of them in action. You can help identify them.
He's a paying customer, so why do police want to talk to him? The crime he committed before showing up at this store. New at 6.
Now to brand new developments tonight in the death of a Wayne County road worker. This crash that you see happened back in March on Beach Daily in Taylor. The driver of the truck never stopped, hitting 2 other road workers, and 1 was killed. Well, let's fast forward now to today. Months later, that driver has now been formally charged in the case. Jason Colthorpe following the story tonight. Jason, this is an investigation that took a very long time.
A full 4 months, Devin, and as you take a look at the video right now, I mean, you can understand why it took that long. A lot of questions to be answered here. Number one, was this just a tragic accident? Was the driver at fault? Was there a malfunction with the truck? And even if the driver was at fault, was it malicious? Finally,
Mr. Collins, would you come on up, please?
47-year-old Bobby Collins of Lincoln Park charged today with reckless driving causing death and reckless driving causing serious impairment.
Mr. Collins is a 24-year employee of the Road Commission.
Collins was driving the truck in this video that's drifting forward and would eventually hit 2 workers on this Wayne County Road Commission crew. 47-year-old David Wolf, who was killed, and Wilbert King, who was seriously injured. Today, Collins' lawyer, in asking for no bond, told the judge his client also has health problems.
He is currently on, I believe, medical leave. He has serious medical issues which require constant attention. He has a number of doctor's appointments to which he must attend.
The March 23rd crash happened near Van Born and Felrath in Taylor. The crew was there patching potholes. Was given a $50,000 personal bond, and police during the arraignment today also mentioned he had been cooperative through this entire process. Devin?
You know, Jason, we always see the signs that tell us that the criminal penalties are different in a work zone. Does that show up here?
There are 2 additional charges, as a matter of fact, 2 charges related to this crash being in a work zone, so those will be 2 more that Collins will face when he is back in court August 7th. Devin.
Okay, Jason. Well, before you head out to enjoy a trip to the beach this weekend, be sure to check first to see if the beach is going to be open.
Yeah, that is because 14 beaches around Michigan have now been cited for high bacteria levels. Some are in Metro Detroit, in fact. The beaches include Lake St. Clair's Metro Park Beach, St. Clair Shores Memorial Park Beach, New Baltimore Park Beach, Scotch Lake in Oakland County, Forestville Beach in Sanilac County as well.
Which is too bad, right?
It's such a shame going into such a beautiful
Because we're going into, as we said earlier, we're going to trade the humidity for a pretty nice weekend. Huh?
That's right. More than pretty nice. We've got wonderful weather this weekend with sunshine coming back, warm and comfortable. And we got some higher temperatures in the next week. Out there right now, yes, we're looking at clouds overhead and a few raindrops that were out there as well. Not too many here in Detroit. You can see the heavier stuff across western Lake Erie. That being said, we are looking at gray skies right now and a few raindrops that still exist here in downtown Detroit. These little spots of green showing up, just a few raindrops that are hitting the ground here and there here in Detroit, other parts of eastern Wayne County, including the Dearborn area and out toward western Wayne County. But some sunshine is reemerging. You can see that here over Comerica Park. Look at that, the infield. You can see the grass. It is not covered. That is some good news. Gives you an idea that we'll have an on-time start, and I think we will, even with the possibility of a couple of raindrops before the afternoon is over as we get closer to 7 o'clock and the start of that baseball game. 77 degrees right now, a north wind at around 20 miles per hour, bringing in that cooler air, drier air. You notice the heat index only 1 degree away from the actual temperature. And even then, heat indices or actual temperatures only in the 70s, which is still pretty comfortable as we go through the rest of the day. 72 degrees by 8 p.m. We've got a good baseball forecast. Now also, if you're heading out there on the water tonight, it'll be a little choppy. In fact, more than a little choppy. Small craft advisory this evening as we go through midnight tonight on all the lakes, including Lake Erie, Lake St. Clair, and Lake Huron. Winds at around 10 to 20 knots. That's another reason why we have the small craft advisory. Water temperature all in the 70s, whether the water is mild or not. Remember, life jackets for everybody. Even if you have one of those larger boats or yachts, always be careful out there on the water. Make sure everyone is accounted for. 73 right now for our friends over in Mount Clemens, while it's 79 warmer degrees around Westland and around Livonia. That being said, all these temperatures 2, 7, even 10 degrees lower than what it was 24 hours ago. Gives you an idea of what a difference those clouds make, and a cold front that's already moved through the area, bringing in some of those lower temps. High pressure will remain in effect. Less humid air settles in as well. For tonight, as you can see, we clear out tonight. We've got sunshine by tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, and it remains mostly sunny throughout the entire day tomorrow, the entire weekend. And plenty of sunshine if you're traveling up north, whether it's the Gaylord or parts of the UP, including Traverse City. We're looking at wonderful conditions all across the state this weekend. So tonight, we clear out nicely, temperatures down to 58 degrees. We then jump up from the 50s and 60s in the morning to 81 on your Saturday. A little bit warmer on Sunday, a high of 85 degrees, still relatively dry in terms of humidity. Then 86, 87, getting back into the middle and upper 80s, but it is July heading into August after all, so that's to be expected. But we need the rain. Next chance of it next Wednesday and Thursday.
It's been dry again.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Andrew.
Here's Dr. Marie George. Frank?
Summer viruses are going strong, and they're sending lots of people to the doctor this week. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, see what's going around where you live.
All right, Doc, but first, a horrible crash claims the life of a young child. What police are saying caused it when we come back. Across Michigan tonight, we're following stories from Coldwater and Summit Township.
But we begin tonight with a tragedy in Kalamazoo. A 1-year-old child dead, another child seriously injured after a 2-car crash this morning. The 2 children were both thrown from a minivan. They were riding with another child and an adult. The 3rd child and adult suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The driver in that second car taken to the hospital, expected to survive. Police don't believe drugs or alcohol were a factor. The cause remains under investigation.
An Amish community in southwestern Michigan hit with whooping cough. 30 members, in fact, of the St. Joseph County's Amish community in Coldwater have contracted the infection. Whooping cough is highly contagious. It's a bacterial infection that can be spread by coughing or sneezing, and there are concerns that it may spread to neighboring counties like Branch and Hillsdale. The cough can last for months, though it is preventable through vaccines and treatment with antibiotics. Well, 10 years ago, a Lansing man found massive bones in his backyard that he believes are the remains of either a mastodon or a woolly mammoth. Well, now that he's moving, he wants to be sure the bones will be in the right place.
Steve Dodge found those bones while he was digging a pond in his yard. He was intrigued, and he actually took them to schools. He took them for show and tell sessions. He says he believes the historical bones should be in a local museum or used for some kind of educational purpose. But for now, he's enjoying what the yard has to offer.
This little oxbow off the Grand River has a dead elephant in it. And I like to sit in my hot tub here and look out at the idea that there were elephants frolicking in my backyard.
Yep, he said elephants.
He sure did.
Dodge is now hoping whoever buys his home will appreciate the deep history behind it.
New at 5:30.
All right, I know it's still July, but it's time to start thinking back to school. And when it comes to using technology in the classroom, those gadgets can really add up. We'll show you how you can save big.
Some people will visit the Sterling Heights Public Library and pick up a used book, while others will have a life-changing experience while visiting this library. Now, I know libraries are great, but I'll explain why this experience is unforgettable.
And new information as a man is forced to jump from a second-story window as the house he's in goes up in flames. We're learning what may have caused it next.
It's dinner time.
He had no choice but to jump. A man escapes a house fire on Detroit's west side and badly injures himself in the process. Well, this was the scene overnight on American Street where a person was hurt after jumping out of a home on fire. Nick Monticelli joins us with an update as investigators are trying to figure this out.
We have been here all morning long, but now that the sun is up, you really get a better idea of how badly damaged, or I should say destroyed, this home really is. I do want to show you some video, though. This fire started at about 3:15 this morning, and there are arson investigators here on scene because there is a chance this fire was intentionally set. It may have been firebombed. Now, what was horrific is that the fire started on the first floor and quickly spread up to the second floor. There was a man upstairs trapped. He couldn't get down the stairs because that's where the fire was. So he was basically sitting outside the window. His legs were dangling. A neighbor had just gotten home from work, realized what was going on, got a hose, tried to spray the fire. That didn't help. And then he just convinced and helped that man jump to save his own life.
I heard the glass crash, and then my dog started barking. So I don't know. I didn't see anything. I just know that I seen him dangling from the window, and I helped him get out. Then I called 911.
There was a couple other factors at play here. There was some marijuana found inside of the home, but detectives say that it was just a personal grow, so it's not a grow house. There was an illegal electrical hookup. That's something they're also looking into. An arson canine is on the way to see if they can find traces of accelerant or traces of that firebomb that they think may have been involved here. A lot of moving pieces still going on. Hopefully, they'll have a better idea of exactly what happened sometime later today. We're here at Detroit's west side. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All right, Nick, DTE crews were immediately called in to disconnect the illegal power hookup to the house. They are also looking at other homes, though, in the area that may have similar illegal hookups.
Fiat Chrysler has now been cleared of allegations it cheated on those pollution tests. The Environmental Protection Agency said today it has certified 2017 diesel Ram pickups and also Jeep Grand Cherokees as being compliant with the Clean Air Act. The vehicles are now allowed to go on sale. The EPA's decision could also help resolve a government lawsuit accusing Fiat Chrysler of installing illegal pollution control software on more than 100,000 of its trucks.
Big celebration today in Sterling Heights as 40 people got to add a new title to their names, U.S. citizen. Kim DeGiulio was there and introduces us to one woman who became a citizen years ago, but still wouldn't miss this moment for the world.
43 people of different races, ethnicities, and cultures will walk into this Sterling Heights Public Library today as a citizen of a different country. But when they walk out these doors, they'll all have one thing in common. And that thing is that they're all going to be U.S. citizens. It's something these people have waited years to achieve, becoming an American citizen.
They have to take tests, they have to show their allegiance to the United States, and after a long, grueling process, they're finally able to become American citizens.
Jasmine Early went through this process in 2005, and it's still so important to her today.
I don't take it for granted. We have here what we don't have in other countries.
That's why she attends this event every year, not just as part of the Sterling Heights Ethnic Community Committee, but also as someone so proud to have become an American.
I encourage people, when you come to America, assimilate to the country, assimilate to the culture, assimilate to the U.S. Constitution. This is our new home, and we should love it, protect it, and fight for it.
Meet Mushfaka Matsavin. She's lived here for 5 years with her husband Omar, who became an American citizen 10 years ago. The two met in Bangladesh. She's studying at Wayne State while he works at a tutoring center in Warren. The two have one child and one on the way.
She's pregnant, yeah.
Omar says becoming U.S. citizens and raising their family here is a dream come true.
We have more opportunity, and then we can do whatever we want. I mean, and in Bangladesh, there are a lot of restrictions in many things.
After the ceremony, these new U.S. citizens don't have to waste any time because the city clerk is here to help them fill out this form, which will register them to vote. Reporting in Sterling Heights, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
And a pretty good reception afterwards. After the swearing-in ceremony takes place every year, they head to Sterling Fest, which is the fair in Sterling Heights, which is going on this weekend. Congratulations to all.
More than 50 people were hurt when a train crashed inside a major railway station in Barcelona. It happened during morning rush hour today. Spanish officials say that commuter train crashed into a railway buffer in the station while arriving. The majority of those hurt had only minor injuries. One person, though, suffered serious injuries. Officials say the train failed to brake while entering the station. That cause of the brake failure is now under investigation. A power outage on 2 remote barrier islands in North Carolina is now expected to continue for a few days, even to a few weeks, disrupting lots of summer vacation plans.
No doubt about that. Hatteras and Ocracoke Islands, 2 of America's most popular summer destinations. They're in the dark basically after a construction crew accidentally cut an underground transmission line. That was yesterday. So a mandatory evacuation order was then issued, and at least 10,000 tourists were told they had to leave by today. The embattled Wells Fargo has agreed to refund $80 million to customers hurt by car insurance that they didn't need.
And that money will go to more than 570,000 customers. They were charged for auto insurance without their knowledge. The costs forced many of them into loan delinquencies, even cars being repossessed. Wells Fargo shut down the program in 2016 while the bank endured that scandal. Wells Fargo says it takes full responsibility for mismanaging the program. We do not even want to think about this yet. Back to school is right around the corner. Help Me Hank, though, is helping you get your kids ready.
May cost you a bit more because tech gadgets, of course, are being added to the list all the time, and some of those can get pretty pricey. But there are ways to score a better deal, and our consumer investigator Hank Winchester has been looking into. I guess we do have to start thinking about this. I mean, we are into August next week. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Sandra, you got to get it rolling, right?
Oh, I don't want to.
About a month away for a lot of kids, so a lot of people will be back into the stores buying the items that they need. But when you're talking backpacks and laptops, calculators, well, you could spend hundreds of dollars. Here are some creative ways you can save.
So we switched the motherboard.
The high-tech classroom is one reason back to school is getting more expensive.
Schools are changing their demands on what these students need.
Spending is up 10% from last year, according to the National Retail Federation. And electronics are a big chunk of that budget.
In fact, more than half of parents are actually planning to buy tablets or laptops for back-to-school season.
Save money by taking inventory before shopping. Websites like Best Buy Trade-In or Gazelle offer a lot of information. A broken phone or an old laptop could get you cash or credit. And then do your homework. Compare prices online. Some sites even let you set up alerts. If you're in the store, a barcode scanner app can quickly compare prices for you. Many major retailers will also match prices for competitors. Best Buy and Target will even match Amazon prices for one single item.
And then you also want to look for things like mail-in rebates, any way that you can stack other savings. This is one of the best times of year to do that.
Beat the crowds by ordering online. Many stores offer free shipping or in-store pickup. Check sites like Retail Me Not to get discount codes and other information. And use cashback apps for even more savings.
A site like ebates.com will double or triple cashback, and that can be significant savings to add on to any kind of big ticket purchase.
Extra steps to send the kids back to school this year with a little extra lunch money.
Also, buying used or refurbished electronics, another way to save. Also, ask about using a specific calculator app on a phone or a tablet. That way the student may not have to buy another pricey calculator. Yes, I understand, Sandra, it's still almost August, still in July.
August.
A lot of you don't want to think about it just yet, but there are better deals right now.
But new twins at home, you would think, yes, let's pare this down by half, get two back to school.
Skedaddle, you
Come
two.
on, exactly.
No, I just want to hold on to summer.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Get those backpacks, get the kids out the door, I hear you.
All right,
Thanks, Hank.
Well, the 39th annual Concours d'Elegance kicked off today in Plymouth. Concours d'Elegance is being held at the Inn at St. John's on 5 Mile Road. Right now, that's where classic cars from around the country and around the world are on display, being admired and celebrated, really. Concours d'Elegance is a 3-day event packed with car shows, seminars, and other events. Today, organizers told us what's planned for the big weekend.
Tomorrow morning we have Cars and Coffee where you can bring your own car as an enthusiast and enjoy the camaraderie here. We have a luncheon midday. In the evening we have a concorso, which is Italian date night. We have 4 seminars tomorrow.
Do not spill the coffee on these cars tomorrow. At some point, the classic cars will travel from the Inn at St. John's in Plymouth to the M1 concourse in Pontiac. Concours d'Elegance ends on Sunday.
Also going on this weekend at the Henry Ford in Dearborn, it's a celebration of all things unusual. Tonight, Tim Pamplin taking us to the phenomenon known as the Maker Faire.
We're at the Henry Ford this afternoon. They're getting ready for Maker Faire 2017. It's a place where you can tinker to your heart's content. Look at scrubbing bubbles and get up close and personal with all sorts of oddities. They're setting up the racetrack for the Hot Wheels Grand Prix. Always makes for a good time. These kids' toys souped up to the max. But the Maker Faire at the Henry Ford is all about getting in and doing.
Very hands-on. This is like being able to imagine yourself with the original makers here at the Henry Ford, like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and the Wright brothers, but being able to play in all the gear and all the tinkering that they must have done.
And a lot of playing and tinkering has just got back from Burning Man Festival out west. It is, of course, for scrubbing bubbles. You can get a ride on that this weekend. Enjoy all the fun. Whoa, 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 what's going on here? Stop the... Hang on. Yeah, got me. Look at him over there. All sorts of wackiness, including this year, the Tesla Orchestra, creating lightning with Tesla coils and thereby making music. I'm being told this is 100% completely safe if you know what you're doing. Maker Faire begins tomorrow, bright and early, goes all weekend. It's going to be a lovely weekend. Come on down. That's the scene at the Henry Ford. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Totally cool, but the case with many things, it's 100% safe if you know what
you're doing. Highlight that part.
Terribly important caveat. All day long, our top story on clickondetroit.com has been about a beautiful house.
But this house is in Atlanta. New tonight, we're going to show you what makes this place so interesting for Metro Detroiters.
Nice pile of bricks. Also, an elderly woman with dementia goes missing. New tonight, the one low-tech thing she did way before it happened that actually helped police find her in mere minutes. Doc?
Well, summer viruses are going strong and they're sending lots of people to the doctor this week. See what's going around where you live. That's next at 5.
Boldly go.